welcome to episode 242 of Say Like a Champ. It's your boy A-Dub.
Hey, your boy Striz. What's up, Slack fam?
What's good? Back again, and today we are having our NBA play-in special coming to you live a little bit earlier than normal scheduled time so that we can all be free and enjoy these play-in games this evening. So definitely going to take a close look at that and then maybe touch on a few more other things in the world of sports and then get up out of here on a little Slack Express. So with that being said, Strizzy, how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, man. You know what I'm saying? I wish our teams weren't, you know, pussyfooting about, you know what I'm saying, the play-in tournament, you know, so just to jump in it. But, you know, we still got a chance, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, you know, your boys play today, my boys play tomorrow, man. Just hope for the best. I think you guys get in. I think you guys get in the 7th seed, and y'all will be playing the Nuggets in the series. And I truthfully think I could get them, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah, for sure. We didn't want the play-in, you know what I'm saying? We didn't agree with it, but here we are, both of our teams in it. So, you know, the NBA is getting what they want, which is more impactful games, you know what I'm saying? More games where people will be tuning in, but that's what it is. We got Moms in the building, and we also got Stephanie Washington in the building. And yes, we are beaming a little bit live, Stephanie, so that we can enjoy these games tonight, you know what I'm saying? So we can watch the Lake Show. So
it's 6:00 Central Time.
Yeah, exactly. It's 6 o'clock somewhere.
It's 6 o'clock somewhere. It's 6 o'clock in Texas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's what's up, Stephanie. You know what I'm saying? Good thing you have those alerts on there. Trying to tag you earlier, but yeah, that's what it is. You know, ring that bell so that you can be with us anytime we go live. You know, even if we have to go a little bit early. So, let's get straight to it. Let me pull up the graphics really quick, and then. Before we actually do get started, we have one more member of the panel to beam in real quick. We got him for a minute. What's good, Marcus?
What's up, man? What's up?
How you feeling today?
Man, one day I'm going to get back to the studio, man. I ain't going to be in this car, man.
My boy always on the move. Always on the move.
Yeah. I'm sure you feel like you live in there as much time you spend in there. That is your that's your first primary office. So
yeah, man.
That's what's up, though. But yeah, we're gonna jump in on this play-in topics and definitely make a few predictions and kind of our thoughts about these play-in games. Starting with the Lakers tonight, Lakers playing the Pelicans for the number 7 seed, and the winner of that game does get the Nuggets. There's been a lot of talk about should the Lakers tank to avoid the Nuggets. Marcus, I want you to go first. What do you think about that?
Yeah, man, you don't never want to tank, but at the same time, you're going to go home first round, though. So that's kind of hard to say what you do with that. But, you know, you got to man up and just go ahead and beat them and see what you can do with them. So the good thing is a tank, but I think they're going to try to win this game and then go. So.
Yeah, I agree. If you could pick who you're going to play, you know, the Nuggets might not want to be your first choice, but if you're going to have to go through them eventually, you might as well just get it over with. And it is a dangerous game to play to try to, you know what I'm saying, lose a game on purpose so you can get a more favorable matchup because you never know, you can wind up on the outside looking in. So I hope they go full throttle, and I hope they do have a little bit more for the Nuggets this year because this is the time to get them early, if anything. But, Strizzy, what are your thoughts? I know the Heat, it kind of worked out for them once, but –
yeah, man, it worked out for us last year. You know what I'm saying? We literally lost we lost on purpose against the Hawks last year so we could get the A seed and play Milwaukee Bucks. And as long as we beat them, we had a really, really easy semifinal and got us to the Eastern Conference Finals and got us to the finals. So, you know, it can work out, like you say, you're kind of playing with fire. You know what I mean? If you lose the first game and have a chance at losing the second. But I think they go for it. I hope they go for it. Beat the Pelicans tonight. Play the Nuggets, and if you beat them, that's going to propel you mentally for anybody, right? It doesn't matter who you play after the Nuggets. If you can get through the Nuggets, you're going back to the finals. You're going to beat everybody. You know what I mean? So I think they go for it. They're healthy right now, and if the AD's healthy, you know, D'Lo's healthy, Bron's healthy, like everyone's healthy. So just go for it. Don't leave nothing up to chance. And if you can take the best team out in the first round, it's happened before, and Lakers are built to do it again. Plus, the Nuggets are a really, really bad away team. They're a bad away team. So if they can still win, you know, in Denver and protect home, like they're good to go.
Yeah, I feel you. I hope they do. I think it would be dope. To see LeBron make another deep run in the playoffs at this time would be awesome. Yeah. But yeah, it will be a tough task. You know what I'm saying, to play the Nuggets first. But this is why they shouldn't be in the play-in in the first place. I wish they would have done a little bit better, but the West was tough. So, you know, it is what it is. But be good enough to be champs, and they're gonna have to get through situations like this for sure. So, the other playing game on the West Coast, we got the Warriors and the Kings, and the winner of this game will play the loser of the Lakers New Orleans, and then they will match up with the OKC Thunder. So, I think the Warriors sneak in right now. I think that they're doing pretty good, I guess, better than the Kings. Kings kind of faltering, but what do you guys think about that matchup, Warriors Kings?
Man,
last year too.
What's that?
Didn't they play each other last year too?
Yeah, they did. Marcus, what did you?
You got to watch out for the Warriors, man. They're the team that you think you're gonna push over and they get in the playoffs, man. It's like, oh man, here we go, So I don't know if the Kings take them out, man. But if the Warriors get in, they're gonna be a team to beat. They could beat OKC too first round. So we'll see.
I know it is kind of scary because the Warriors have been hitting their stride, and we did kind of forget about them. We did kind of write them off. They were having their struggles, but Curry's back to hitting. Oh, he never stopped hitting his threes, but Clay is back to hitting his threes. Actually, he's accepted his role. He's been actually playing pretty well lately. So I don't know. They could make a run, and obviously they have that experience too. So the West is loaded.
Yeah, it's tricky, man. I don't know. I'm wondering when that's going to be the year where I stop giving OKC that kind of like just OKC because they're really good right now. You know what I'm saying? But if the Kings had to beat the Warriors once, they could do it tonight. But in a series, I don't think they beat them. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's going to be a tough fought match. But you're right, though. I love seeing Clay getting back into it. It was hurting my soul, you know what I'm saying, watching him kind of struggle and not go well, not shoot the ball well. Then he went from the starting lineup to the bench. It was it was killing me because everyone loves Steph, but Clay's my favorite Warrior, man. So so it was rough, but I love seeing him back into it. And I think right now, I think the Warriors do get him tonight, but they can't set their guard down because the Kings can get them. You know what I'm saying? They're a great rebounding team, and it's going to be really tough, I think, to stop Sabonis on the right hand side. So it's tough, but I think Golden State wins tonight too.
Yeah, I think so. But that's a great point about Clay. It's I think people forget, or the little younger generation of NBA fans, that they were the Splash Brothers together when they first came out. That first season, it was the Splash Brothers. Mm-hmm. It wasn't just Steph Curry, but it's been a long time since then. So
man. Funny enough, LeBron got everybody kind of spoiled. You know what I'm saying? Nobody does this. You know what I'm saying? No one hoops the way LeBron hooping at 39. You know what I'm saying? So, Clay's what, 35 years old? Steph's 35, 36 years old too. So, I think it's funny enough, Steph didn't have he didn't have a Steph type season this year. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of people talk about, Clay kind of falling off the wagon a little bit, and Steph has had a really down year too. So, I think we get a little spoiled sometimes with LeBron still performing the way he's performing, but eventually they all hit that hill. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's kind of crazy to see LeBron doing what he's doing at 39 years old.
Most definitely. All right, let's jump in on this one. Strizzy, you lead us in on the East Coast. This will be tomorrow. We've got the Heat at the Sixers to play for that seventh seed, and they would get the Knicks, the winner of this game. What do you see happening in that game tomorrow?
Yeah, man, I think both these teams want this game really, really bad. I think nobody wants to face the Celtics in the first round. You know what I mean? Miami's had a really good, track record against the Celtics, but we don't want to play them first. You know what I'm saying? We want both of you. We want those guys to wear down a little bit and play them later. But they both want the Knicks. And hopefully, we always had the 76ers number the last couple of years too. But Miami they're scaring me this year. Jimmy just has not played well at all. Not even a little bit. At this point in time, I'm everyone's talking about let go of Tyler Hero. We could trade Jimmy for some other pieces, dog. I'm really frustrated with this man right now. But if he doesn't come and play that angry style of play the way he's played against them in a while, we're gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? And to think that the Hawks can't get us again, or what I'm saying, in the second round matchup, then that's crazy. So I hope Miami just comes to not play around and again, play the Knicks in the first round and not try to get the A seed and play the Celtics first round.
Yeah, for sure. I think it will be a good game. I think this is really two really good teams that find themselves in the play-in. So it is a great matchup. And like you said, both would want to play the Knicks, especially with them not having Randall and, wanting to avoid the Celtics as well. So
for sure.
I think it'll be a tough one, but we'll see. But like you kind of said, playoff Jimmy. He has that like notability in the playoffs, but it's hard to switch that on just for one game. You can't mess around. You can't kind of grow into that. He does well in a 7-game series, but in one game, how will he perform? We'll see. But Marcus, do you have any thoughts on Knicks Sixers before we go to that last East matchup?
No, I hate that Ronald's hurt, so I think the Sixers gonna lose first round anyway. So it don't mean.
Yeah, I feel you. Either of those teams, actually have a really good shot against the Knicks, in my opinion. So that's a big matchup to tomorrow night. And then for the 8-9 or the 9-10 on the other side, we have the Hawks and the Bulls. I feel like these teams are kind of also Rans. I feel like whoever loses in that first matchup should probably beat either one of these teams. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I kind of want to see it go that way too, though, because I do believe that the Sixers and the Heat have the better chance to go further in the playoffs than the Hawks or the Bulls. So we'll see. But the winner of that secondary matchup would go against the Celtics.
Yep. Agree. They're kind of the same team to me. I think their records are very similar. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, whoever loses between the first game on Wednesday should be able to beat the bottom team, the winner of the bottom team.
So is the C's they're not number one?
What's that?
Yeah, that's number one.
They number one? Oh, okay. I see it there.
The Celtics, yeah.
I say it backwards. I know Denver is number one, so I thought it was the same on here, but I guess it's backwards.
Oh no, Denver's number 2 seed this time.
Oh, they are.
So okay, number 1 seed. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's why they were saying like if the Lakers tank, they could actually get a better matchup with the Thunder, even though the Thunder got the first seed. So yeah, the Thunder and the Nuggets tied for the first seed, and the Thunder had the tiebreaker. So
what happened to Minnesota? They started losing or something?
Yeah, Minnesota lost on the final day to the Suns. It would have been a 3-way tie, but Minnesota lost, so they became the 3 seed. So really close race in the West, though.
Big time.
Yeah. All right, so that's our thoughts on the play-in. I did want to jump to the other matchups that are kind of known, starting on the West Coast. And we do have a pretty cool matchup there with the Timberwolves and the Suns. Also the Clippers and the Mavericks. But I kind of was wondering who your guys' kind of favorite on the West Coast was. I know this is really kind of hard to pick, too, because all of these teams are good. All these teams have depth and could potentially make a run. But Strizzy, who do you think is your West Coast favorite?
My West Coast favorite? It's still Denver as of right now. But I really think Lakers want that matchup. I know they don't want it, but I think they should want it. If you can get through Denver first round, man, like that sets the precedence for the rest of the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like who are you going to play after Denver that you're afraid of? You know what I mean? Like it's going to be a boost for the bench, the secondary guys, like all that stuff. So I think the Lakers right now are my favorite. But I'm watching the Mavericks, man. For some reason, the way they ended their season. Kai is playing really, really well. We already know what Luka's gonna do, but I think Kai is kind of the that wild horse. You know what I'm saying? Like, how's Kai gonna play? And Kai's been hooping lately. So I like the Mavericks too. I want to see what they do as well.
Got you. What about you, Marcus?
I don't know. Surprisingly, I'm gonna say Clippers, man. I think the Clippers stay healthy, man. I think they're gonna be a hard team to beat.
Yeah.
So I would say them, and I would say Lakers too. So I would say 2 LA teams, man. I just think if they stay healthy, I think they can beat the Mavericks and whoever they play after that too. So
yeah,
what happens with that?
Did Kawhi come back yet? Kawhi's not back yet, right?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he is? Okay. All right.
Yeah, so they're healthy going to the playoffs. I do think the Clippers could be a sneaky one, and I really hope not, only because being a Lakers fan. But that would be an epic matchup, the 2 LA teams for the Western Conference Finals. That would be super dope. All the games being in Staples. So I could see that. But I'm all over the board, too. I could see the Suns maybe sneaking through if they start playing the right kind of defense at this time. I could see them potentially even sneaking through in the West Conference. So it's wide open for me. But I did want
KD at center.
Yeah, that's true. That's what they need to do.
That's their best matchup, dog. Like, and they don't use it enough. KD at center is crazy.
And maybe they're saving it a little bit for sure, depending on the matchups that they get. But I think that is a crazy lineup for sure, and he can still do it.
Yeah.
I want to welcome Kelly to the show. No worries, all good being late. We're early, so No worries there. I wanted to jump to the East Coast. The big one I wanted to talk about first, though, was the Bucks Pacers. Now, the Bucks, they say they're preparing to be without Giannis at least the first couple games of that series, and the Pacers did well against the Bucks all year. So, are the Bucks on upset alert? Do you think the Pacers will get through that first round?
They're definitely on upset alert. I think the biggest thing is, Dame's got to come in and be Portland Dame. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully if Dame can do that and Giannis can sit the entire series, they're good to go, right? But if they're not doing well and Giannis has to come back too soon, like that's never a good thing, especially when we're talking about a calf strain and an Achilles, tender Achilles. So yeah, I said they're definitely on upset alert.
Yeah, for sure. Who you like there, Marcus?
I don't know. I think Dame's gonna step up. I think Dame's gonna do his thing. I don't think it's I think they'll be fine, man. I think they'll do it. Give him his rest, and then we're ready for second round.
Yeah. Hope so.
I think so too. I feel like the Pacers kind of stumbled down the stretch a little bit. I wish they were coming a little bit stronger. But that is going to be a good one to watch, though. But man, are they probably like thinking they're lucky stars that they have Dame and that they made that move this year, because in previous years without, even with Middleton, without Giannis, they would be screwed. So.
Yep.
I think Dame said this year. He said this year too. I think he's gonna average probably like 35 this series. I think Doc can give him all the rain and do what he want to do. I think Middleton gonna help him out too. So, but I think they gonna come out firing, and I think he's gonna be too much for them for Haliburton to play defense on. I think he's gonna do his thing.
That's what's up. I hope he does. He's gonna be like, "This is what you brought me here for."
For real.
The other matchups are looking pretty good. We talked about those play-in teams a little bit, but that Cleveland and that Magic, one of those teams is kind of young and up and coming. I really like the Magic. If they get through the Cavs, maybe they'll get on a little bit of a run, but obviously it's going to be a tough matchup in the second round for them. But I like the Magic. I'm going to be watching that one very closely too.
Me too. I think Magic win. I think Donovan Mitchell is somewhere else next season.
Maybe the Lakers.
Yep.
We'll see. But I definitely think he's going to be out of there. They didn't extend him, and beyond them making a deep run or winning the East or something like that, I feel like he wouldn't have any real big reason to come back. So,
he's out.
I think he's going to be out of there as well. But but looking at the table right quick, Marcus, who do you think is your East Coast favorite?
My favorite, I'm going to say Bucks, and then I'm going to go with the Magic my second. I think they're going to surprise a lot of teams, man. Especially if they get past this first round. It might be a problem to deal with.
I hope so. My favorite is anybody but the Celtics, for sure.
Same. My hate for that team is crazy, bro.
But who do you got? I mean, Strizzy, obviously we know you're going to be rooting for the Heat, but outside of them, who do you think's got the good matchup in the East?
Man, what's crazy, man? Like, the Knicks are a sneaky, crazy team. I hate them too. You know what I'm saying? They're a big rivalry with Miami for multiple years, but defensively, they're so good, man. But I don't know. I'm kind of with Marcus. I love Dame. I love Giannis, two of my favorite players in the league right now. So, as much as it sucked that we ended up not getting Dame this year, like I'd still love to see him kind of, get one. Like, I would love to see him get one before he retires.
Yeah, if he could unlock it, and if they could really just hit their stride right now, forget what Doc says. They don't really need a coach. If they can take over and do their thing and get on a roll, like we've seen what they can be capable of.
For real.
And Stephanie Washington, she's also hashtag anybody but the Celtics. That's my thing. They've done a great job this year. Obviously, their record, but for some reason or other, when it slows down in a 7-game series, they tend to struggle. So, I'm ready for that to happen again. That's what I'm waiting for. Also want to welcome Grace to the show. Welcome in.
Grace.
Thank you for dropping by. And that's our little playoff previews, but I did want to give a shout out to the WNBA draftees last night. They were doing their thing, and I found a slide that had kind of some of those top outfits. So I was curious who y'all thought did it best here. We have Caitlin Clark. We have Angel Reese. We have who's that one girl?
She was with Sparks, right?
Yeah, dang it. Oh, Camila Cardoza. That's the tall girl. And then we got Cameron Brink in the middle there, who's my best dressed, in my opinion, I think. And then also, who is last over there on the right? My bad, y'all. Rakia Jackson. who I put her on there as special notice too because she actually changed between the orange carpet and the actual draft when she walked up to get her jersey. So she's the only one that came with two outfits.
That's legit. I don't know. I'm gonna say April Reese is my favorite because not trying to be funny now, but to me, she's the only one who look like she can hoop and be like a lady, you know. The rest of them trying kind of hard to be that to fit. That's not anything wrong with it, but it's kind of hard maybe to be feminine like that because you've been hooping your whole life. But I think April Reese can kind of go back and forth with it.
Yeah, she do. Yeah, she do. Now, what's girl in the middle's name again too? She went
Cameron Brink.
Yeah, Cameron Brink. I like hers too. Hers is actually really dope as well. Really, really feminine as well.
Yeah, the fashion. Kelly mentioned the fashion was fire, and I agree. And yeah, Angel Reese too. I like the head part. You know, that kind of makes it all flowy. That's pretty good.
It's giving real Whitney Houston. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
It's giving Whitney. You know what I'm saying?
In my fault, I said April. I mean Angel Reese. My bad.
Yeah.
I know what you meant.
Stephanie Washington says, I was hoping Caitlin would have looked a little bit more feminine for the haters. And I do think, I think honestly, out of these, like out of most of them, she was kind of the worst. Like she was the number one pick, but you know, she had the Prada jacket on and everything, but it just looked kind of like boxy and kind of grandma-ish, you know what I'm saying? Like a cool grandma, you know, with the glasses and everything. So I wasn't really feeling it. Oh, that's what Grace said. Loved it. Even Granny Kate. Yeah. Yep. That was what I was thinking. I'm like, she kind of looks like, you know, which is, it's all good, but I was
gonna curl her hair or something.
Yeah. Stephanie said, you know, do something. But I was thinking she would step out, you know, a little bit cleaner, but she obviously did her thing. You know, and it's all good. But I do want to shout out the rest of the ladies too. There was just a lot more, honestly, but this was the easiest one because it kind of had those top 5 already there. So had to be lazy a little bit. But that's really most what I had to talk about today, only because we wanted to make sure that we were, you know, kind of focusing on that NBA with the playoffs officially starting now. But Marcus, any thoughts on Scottie Scheffler taking his second green jacket, at the Masters?
Man, I loved every minute of him. He had me nervous for a little while, but he's my favorite golfer. He's been my favorite golfer since he won 2 years ago at the Phoenix Open.
Likewise.
He's doing his thing, man. He's very humble. He's very cool. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's gonna be the face of golf. I think we lost Tiger, but I think he won't be good as Tiger with winning because it's gonna be kind of hard now. But I think he'll be that second coming of winning a lot of tournaments. So I think he puts fear in people's hearts because he's very calm and you don't know what he's gonna get out of him. But him winning that is very big. That's his third win this year. He won the Arnold Palmer. He won a player. Then he won this one. So. He's doing his thing, man. He's a great golfer, man. I love how he golfs. I like how he carries himself. So it was very, very big.
I agree. He's tied with, I think, Tiger and maybe Phil as like the youngest. Two of the youngest have like 2 Masters already. So at that age, so he's still up and coming, but definitely a shark out there. Strizzy, you were going to jump in on that too.
Well, I was just saying, completely agree, man. Scottie's been like my favorite golfer too for the last couple of years. I put my money on him again this season, and he came through for your boy. So with Marcus, I was a little nervous, you know what I'm saying? It was close for a minute, you know what I mean? But he ended up pulling it out. So this is my second golf tournament that I've won from a gambling perspective, and both times Scottie Scheffler came through for me. So he's a monster, man. He's a beast, dog. So like Marcus said, I don't think he catches Tiger in the sense of winning because there's so many good golfers now. You know what I mean? Not that there weren't when Tiger was playing, but the competition is just that much steeper. So, but it was dope, man. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, most definitely a memorable tournament. Bryce and DeChambeau both started off hot on the first day, and it looked like there was going to be some big scores out there, but I figured he wouldn't hold on. Some of the more steady Eddie, came.
Bryce is a great driver and stuff like that, but he has to definitely not trying to be on his case, but he has to be more humble. He's not a humble guy.
Not at all.
You can't be that cocky when you haven't won anything, So he's too cocky and he got to humble himself. If he don't humble himself, he's gonna be always the first 2 days appearing good. Then when it gets to crunch time, he's gonna fail out. So that's the thing. Like I said, I like him as a golfer, but he's very too cocky. There's a lot of guys out there that are real cocky that you guys haven't won. You haven't done anything yet. It's because you're friends with Tiger and stuff. You think you're not Tiger there, So it's like a lot of guys like that, like JT. Those guys, they real good friends with Tiger, but you got to put that work in, man. You haven't done it yet, so that's one thing about Bryce I would say about him.
he rubs a lot of people the wrong way too. A lot of people don't like him, like in general. Like he rubs people the wrong way too. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel it. And I'm kind of glad because when he jumped out, I was like, dang, like, don't let him get one. Like, that's crazy. Like, how, but I figured, kind of true to course, he would kind of fall back a little bit with the pack. So, but that was cool. That was definitely good stuff. Kelly asked, when does the WNBA season start? I think it starts like middle of May, like about a month away. So like May 15th, May 14th, something like that. So we'll be definitely talking about that a little bit when Clark and the others get to make their debut. So I was actually a little bit excited that Angel Reese and Cardoza got drafted to the same team. They're gonna be pretty dope to watch too. So Chicago Sky over there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I was real quick. I know we talked about the Rashee Rice last week a little bit, but did y'all see that? I didn't realize that they just left like the scene, and there was like pictures of them like leaving the scene. Like, did y'all see the videos and stuff?
Crazy. I seen it too. I was like, yeah, he in trouble, man.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like I hate to throw it out there like that, but I was like, dang. I thought I understood the story, and I read the story, and I was like, okay. But then when I seen the video and I saw them just like walking away, like just leaving the cars there, I'm like, come on now. How did you ever expect that wasn't going to come right back to your doorstep? And why would you be that type of person where you got cars smashed up on the freeway, people potentially injured, even looked like some of them were injured, and they're over here just like, we out. That's crazy, man. But I bring that up also to just mention that they did get not suspended. They got sued by one of the couples, one of the cars, for $1 million in property and in physical damages and $10 million in punitive damages. So, but I think that video and them walking away is going to be very damning when it comes to this settlement thing. And Rashee Rice has already come out and said, hey, he's going to take full responsibility. Well, I don't think he really understood at that moment what full responsibility is going to end up being. And
no, for real,
it's going to be
responsibility. It could be jail time.
Yeah. So, Stephanie Washington mentions young and dumb. So that's crazy though, man. I seen those pictures. I was like, this is bad news. Like, I did not realize that they literally just walked away like that and left the cars in the middle of the freeway. So,
that's so crazy. That's so crazy.
Yeah. So we'll see what more comes out with that. But again, just don't know what's going on, Yeah. And then the other thing is we have a couple of MLB stories, but really just wanted to shout out my Royals because they're in second place in their division. They're doing great so far this year. And Witt Jr. has been a big spark in that lineup. And like Strizzy reminds us every time, he's a beast. So it's working out. Obviously, it's early, right? It's only like 12, 13 games into the season. We got 150 to go, but so far so good for your Royals. So that's all I wanted to make sure.
Dude, I'm with you. My Cubs are actually doing a lot better than I thought too. My pitching's doing a lot better. We're hitting the ball well. We snuck one against the Diamondbacks last night. That was a crazy game going into 11 innings. But no, I'm with you, man. Royals are looking good, man, and they're fun to watch. You know what I'm saying? But Bobby Witt Jr., man, I keep telling y'all, he's a beast, dog. He's a beast, man.
Yeah, they locked him up, and he got the big money, but it's gonna look like a deal in the end of the day. So
I know.
And then I did want to give a quick shout out to Jackson Holiday, though. He made his major league debut. He got called up early by the Orioles. He did a great job in spring training, but they still started him in AAA. He got called up right away after like the first 10 games in AAA. So I'm excited for him. He hasn't had the glittering type of start yet. But I think he's gonna have a really solid, really good MLB career. And I just love the kind of the story with his dad, you know what I'm saying, and having pictures of him as a little kid out there. So that's super dope. So shout out to him. We'll see how he does.
Definitely.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and shut it down right quick. And we're gonna bid goodbye to everybody. We appreciate y'all rocking with us as always. But we're gonna get over here and enjoy this NBA play-in. That was our little playoff special. And Strizzy, anything else you want to sign off on real quick, or things to watch out for?
Nothing at the moment, man. I know what it is, man. Just stay safe out there, all that kind of fun stuff, and tune in next week. Should be normal time.
Yeah, should be normal time next week. We got our NFL draft special, actually. So if you guys have any players that you want your team to draft, let us know. We might be doing a mock first round, and we can maybe be using some of the Slack, some of the Slack opinions, you know what I'm saying, and votes for that too. We got to hook up with our boy, the resident GM, Anthony Weston, as well. So that's what's up. And Edward, that's what's up. He said, "Go Lakers!" Absolutely, go Lake Show. We're gonna sign off here and enjoy this game, and hopefully see y'all in the playoffs this weekend. But until then, it's your boy A-Dub
And your boy Stress.
and signing off for our boy Matt Marcus too.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to Say Like a Champ. Engage with us on Instagram. Share your thoughts, and you might just be featured on the show. Be sure to subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you pod so you don't miss next week's episode of Say Like a Champ.